Hi everybody, this is Anna from Separation to Wholeness, and as you know, we always like to be talking about what is happening in the field of awareness, because that's the thing that really is most important in our life, is how do we enhance our awareness. And this week I wanted to talk to you about relationships. When I go back and I look at all the clients that I've worked with over the years, and that's now over, wow, nearly coming up to 7 years. The common theme is always around relationships, communication, and the angst that people are having, whether it be within their immediate family or if it's with their spouse or their partner, or even in a professional situation. It comes down to the level of connection that happens in relationship. So when people come in, this is what happens. Often they'll start talking about the relationship, and it's all happening out there. What is happening over there that I can't deal with? And really that's the key, is people get very concerned because they don't know how to change a situation that seems to be coming at them. In awareness, what we do is we look at who are you in relationship. So we draw on your own understanding of what is happening. We look then at the awareness to bring in more awareness, being able to see the situation or the relationship from a different perspective, and then look at how we can turn that around, or how you can turn that around so that it becomes a much more fulfilling experience. Or it may be a different experience. You may actually choose to change the environment that you're in. So that's the key first, is really starting to turn around what's happening out there and bring it back to yourself here, because it's in that awareness that gives you your base of power. It gives you the ability to make much more informed choices when you're not focusing on what you think is out there. The second step is that we look at what is the story that you're telling yourself that creates that environment, that creates the angst in relationship. No, it's not all one way, but it's looking at who are you choosing to be, what's going on with you, so that you can actually make a shift in that relationship. And then thirdly, it's about how do you communicate what it is that you want to experience, so that it becomes more fulfilling for both parties. And then both parties have a choice, right? And how they choose to move forward. The thing that I found that is happening is that people want to jump to step 3 straight away. They want to be able to find a way of being able to communicate with their significant other, with their family, with the unit that they're working in a professional environment. And because they're moving to that step 3, they haven't actually identified what is really in the way for them. What is the story that keeps hooking them into experiencing a sense of chaos or disconnect in the relationship. So it really is about being able to have fruitful relationships, putting everything in the right order. So I want to give you something right now before we start exploring this further over the next few weeks, because that's also what the workshops are going to be about as they start to roll through. And this is what I want to give you, is that to come back to a situation that you know where you felt really vulnerable within a relationship, and you desire to actually to communicate that to the other person. I don't like what you're doing when you do it this way. It can be anything along those lines, but you knew that you were in a really vulnerable space. What I want to suggest to you strongly is that what is important before you start sharing from your place of vulnerability is that you actually have engaged in your own personal healing around that situation. And that healing comes from a place of awareness, and the awareness comes from understanding what your story is. So I really invite you to not share from a place of real vulnerability when the other person may not be able to hear you, because all that will do is actually create more angst in your relationship. Instead of sharing that, what I'd like you to do is become much more aware of what is happening with you. Look, I'm making it incredibly simplistic, because when people are dealing with relationships scenarios, whether it be with a significant other, or in relationship with their family unit, or in work, it is a lot more complex than that. But my key is that I want to share with you is to not to share from a place of vulnerability unless it's going to be received in a way where you are heard. And the way that you're going to be heard is by engaging in your own healing. And the way to do that is to become more aware of what it is that you desire, what's in the way, what's the story that you're telling yourself, and then how do you unbundle that so that you're actually giving a lot clearer communication and, as I said right at the beginning, staying in your power base. So I hope that is helpful for you. I know that it is for all my clients, but then they are in a much longer process, and we'll explore that over the next coming weeks. So enjoy this beautiful day. I hope you're having a great day where you are too, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.